I wanted to give a quick introduction to the GitHub Campus Expert Program. So before we start, my name is Brenn Nieva. I use they, she pronouns. I'm a political science and computer science double major at Western Washington University, which is located in Bellingham, Washington. I'm the president for the Association for Gender Inclusion in Computing. I'm really passionate about increasing diversity and inclusion in our computer science classrooms and communities and making it a safe and supportive space for everyone. I'm also an incoming Microsoft software engineer for the news and feeds team. And most of all, I'm a GitHub Campus expert. I can be found if you have any questions at Brenn and Nieva on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, GitHub, and my website's also listed there below. So here's what the program aims to promote. As a student, you probably have found yourself wanting to help others or grow skills and organize events. And the GitHub Campus Experts is a community of students who want to teach other people what they know. And this community just makes it easier to be able to connect people while growing your own skills at the same time. And as a whole, GitHub Campus Experts are student leaders that have the intentional effort to build these diverse and inclusive spaces. The idea behind the program is to support students while being able to create and grow your own technical skills and making it get an easier understanding of software development, open source, and collaboration skills. Being a campus expert is all about helping your own community grow and the other spaces around you. So whether or not you're interested in teaching or open source or dev or front end developer tools or frameworks, you can be able to find the support from the GitHub education team to host events and workshops and whatever you're interested in. So no matter what stage of your community life cycle you're in, you can always take it to the next level. The GitHub Campus Expert Training Program provides methodologies that help you understand how to make your community the most welcoming space and inclusive and accessible as possible. The most important thing you can do is just have genuine interest in helping people find support and bring in new members to the community while having a lasting success beyond what you contribute. So these series of 6 training modules will help you understand how to make a positive impact on your community. And you'll learn things outside the scope of technical skills, including like module 2 is like how to build inclusive environments. How do you find what barriers are keeping people from joining your club or your community? They've got promotional educational materials on how to design workshops and promotional materials for your events and your club. Module 4 is on public speaking because they want to make sure you feel like you have all the necessary tools so you feel supported and are able to communicate and build the most healthy and beneficial and supportive community that you can. And they also make sure that you feel technically like you have the skills you need. They teach you Git. They make sure that you feel sufficient in Git and GitHub. And it ends with how can you have a wider community impact rather than just your individual circle, whether or not that be in your school or just outside your school. How can you have a broader impact in the area around you? So this is the student GitHub pack. It's essentially anyone that has a educational email, even high school students as well, can apply for this. And it gives you access to a whole bunch of different software and like the premium versions of licenses that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get without it. And sorry. And it has things like Azure subscriptions. It's got free domain hosting for websites. It's got Figma for mockups. It's got the premium version of GitHub. And so it really helps you like broaden your knowledge and be able to explore different like ideas and projects you might have to its fullest extent. So how do you become a campus expert? Like I mentioned before, there is an application process which first involves you getting the student developer pack, then completing the application form, submitting your video resume, which essentially is giving an introduction to you, what you're passionate about, what your plans for the program is, and how do you how do you think that you can have a broader impact on your community? And once you've submitted that, you can complete the training program, like I mentioned the modules earlier. And if you're accepted, you're part of the campus expert team. So GitHub really strives to make sure that you feel supported, not only just in your local campus experts, but also on a global scale itself. So you can be able to have much more opportunity to ask questions about different events you're trying to host or different softwares. And so there are community experts all around the world. Currently, there are only 2 GitHub campus experts in Washington, but there are a couple in Canada, which is pretty close by. Like I mentioned, I am the campus expert at Western Washington University in Bellingham, and we also have Apollo, who is our campus expert at UW. So that concludes the end of our presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Like I mentioned, my handle is @Brenn Nieva, and I hope to see you at future events.